What's up guys, David here from King Game Review. Today we're going to talk about Metal Gear. We're not talking about Metal Gear Solid, or the remake Twin Snakes, or 2, or 3, or the re-release, or the Essentials Collection, or the HD Collection, or 4. This is my only PS3 game. It was totally worth it. No. None of those games. That's Metal Gear Solid. We're here today to talk about Metal Gear Rising. New game by Platinum Games. People who made Bayonetta, Vanquish, Anarchy Reigns. All those games. Good. Bayonetta was my favorite action game for a long time. But a little bit of a spoiler alert. I meant to make this video last week. I couldn't pull myself away from this game long enough to make that video. This game is one of the best games I've played in a long time, and definitely my favorite action game ever. This game is incredible. The more I play it, the more I like it. And the more I thought about this video, the more I realized there's no way I'm going to be able to fit everything I want to say in one video. So, for this first video, I'm just going to focus on just the campaign, no VR missions. I'm not going to focus on the story because I don't want to spoil anything. Just know that the story takes place after Metal Gear Solid 4. The story isn't really that important, or that good, I guess, compared to the normal Metal Gear Solid games, but it's okay. That's not the main part. The main part is the gameplay, which is incredible. And,
let's get this over with.
The game starts out, you're riding, and you're going around killing stuff, and it feels like a pretty standard action game. But the first level is just a prologue. After you beat that first level, the game really opens up. You get all your customization options. When you kill enemies, you gain points. You can use those points in the store to upgrade your armor, upgrade your weapons. As you go through the game, you unlock new weapons, new armor, new special weapons, all that kind of stuff, so it keeps you coming back playing. First time through this game might take around 6 to 8 hours if you watch all the cutscenes and everything, but every subsequent playthrough, I've been beating the game in 2 to 3 hours, which for me is perfect. I can just sit down, play through the entire game, unlock some more stuff, and keep on coming back. There are lots of hidden things in this game to find. When you find them all, you unlock a new weapon or armor, which is really cool. You unlock new difficulties. I'm currently playing through on the hardest difficulty right now, called Revengeance, and it's impossible. The combat. You have your normal sword, you have light and heavy attacks. Pretty standard stuff. One thing you'll notice though, there's no block button. When you run around holding right trigger, or I guess R2 probably on the PS3, you go into a ninja run mode, which makes it so projectiles you deflect while you're running around, but that still doesn't make you deflect melee combat. The way you defend yourself in melee combat is when an enemy is about to attack, they'll flash red for a second, and if you push your light attack button and the direction they're attacking from at the same time, you'll counter their attack. If they flash yellow, however, that's an unblockable attack. You either have to get out of there, or after you level it up, you can unlock a dodge move, so you can dodge out of the way. So, yeah, the basic combat's fine. Most enemies have armor, so you have to attack them a little bit before they get into a stunned state. But that's what's cool about this game. When they get into a stunned state, you can go into blade mode, which slows down time, and then you can cut off all their limbs or cut them in half and stuff like that. There are weak enemies which don't have armor, and you can just cut them up basically whenever, or once they're weakened a little bit, you can cut them in half. But there are stronger armored enemies, and you can break the armor in different parts of the body. Like if you break their arm armor, then you can cut their arm off. And once you completely weaken them, then you can cut them in half, and you can like rip out their cyborg spinal column, which refills your health and your energy meter completely. You need energy to go into blade mode. So as the game gets on, the enemies get harder and harder to stun. That's one thing that surprised me about this game. There are still stealth sections. There are certain encounters in the game where they tell you not to alert anyone, or not to kill anyone, or not not to get into a fight. So you can sneak around the entire area and just try to take out everyone by sneaking up behind them and then doing an instant kill finishing move on them, which honestly surprised me. I didn't think there was going to be any stealth in this game. There is stealth. You can hide in a cardboard box. You can do all that stuff still. There are, like the stun grenade or the chaff grenades. There's smoke grenades. The only really ranged weapons are RPGs and like ground-to-air missile launchers that lock onto helicopters. That's really it. There's not a lot of projectiles. Mostly, your sword combat, obviously. There are a couple unlockable sub-weapons that you get for beating different bosses. The first one's like a staff, and the last one's kind of like this big blade, but the second one is this knife thing. I don't know. But you can use it to grapple onto enemies and pull yourself towards them, which is very handy for keeping the flow of battle up. Kill one guy, there's another guy on the other side of the battlefield, you just use that sub-weapon, you zip over to him and keep your combo going. It's also very handy for dealing with flying units. When they're flying around, you can't really jump up and get them. You can just use that weapon, sling up to them, and kill them. After you beat the game, I would recommend playing through this game in easy first, then normal, then hard, then very hard, then Revengeance, because all your stats and upgrades and everything carry over each time you play through, so it just make it easier on you. The only problem, though, is that prologue, you can never use your upgrades, so the prologue on Revengeance, you just die in one hit, so it's impossible. But anyway, that's not important. What's important, this game's incredible. The combat is so much fun. The boss battles are crazy. And everything is just so over the top. It's like anything that you think cool could happen happens in this game. I don't want to spoil it too much because, I want people to experience it themselves. But if you're on the fence about this game, at least try it out. There's a demo out there. If you're a Metal Gear fan, try it. I mean, it's not a Metal Gear Solid game, so it's gonna be different, but it's gonna be, have some of the same characters. Continue the story a little bit. If you're an action game fan, like you like, Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, God of War, anything like that, give this game a shot. You will love it, guaranteed. Just leave it at that. This game is a lot of fun, and that's what games are supposed to be. So this is a successful game, I guess. I've beaten it over 4 times. I'm working on my 5th playthrough of the game right now, and I'm having just as much fun now. Probably even more because I have all my upgrades and everything. I pre-ordered this game from GameStop just so I could use the Gray Fox costume, and the costume's cool, but the sword, once you unlock it, it's really expensive, but once you buy it and buy the upgrades for it, it becomes like the god weapon. It cuts through armor, so just one slice cuts someone in half. You don't even have to go into blade mode. It's pretty awesome, but I didn't unlock that until the end of my 4th playthrough, so yeah, that helped out at the end of very hard mode. But yeah, so I'll just leave it at that. This game's really fun. You should definitely check it out. Just show some cool gameplay footage here in the background. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'll be making some more videos, probably one about VR missions. I'll make one about maybe all the different unlockable stuff, and more in depth about that, but it's just a quick overview, quick review of the game. It's a good game. It's good. Like, I can't think of anything that I would change. It's the perfect length. I love shorter games where you can play through multiple times and with lots of unlockables. This game has a lot of unlockables, a lot of hidden things. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's a great game. It's honestly one of the best games I've played in a long time. Alright, well, I'll see you guys later, next time on King Game Review. I'll be doing some more videos of this. I'll be doing, probably uploading some more Hotline Miami videos. I have some other videos that I have footage for recorded, so those will be coming up fairly soon. If you guys have any suggestions, as always, let me know. We want to bring you guys content that you actually want to watch, so if there's any games you'd like to see us play, just let us know. There's a good chance we already have it, because we have, between, me and Miles, we have a lot of games. If you suggest a game we don't have, we'll take a look, see if we can find a copy, and do a review for it. yeah, any suggestions? Let us know. If you have any comments about this game, let us know what you think. I personally think it's a great game, but obviously people have opinions. That's why there's different types of games out there. And yeah, see you guys next time. Later.